Everybody sing that shit.
World Cup 2018 contenders, how are England's biggest rivals shaping up? After two group games in Russia, it's time to take a look at how all the top teams are faring in their search for a World Cup glory. While England have impressed, some of the big favorites have faltered, and it's all to play for as we hurtle towards the knockout stages at the weekend. Here, Sportsmail goes through the big 7 teams in Russia to see how they're shaping up. And it's certainly looking interesting. Spain current position, top of Group B. Just 2 days before the start of the tournament, Spain were in disarray. Julen Lopetegui had been sacked and odds on the 2010 winners were plummeting. What sort of preparation was this? When the tournament began though, Spain did what Spain do, and there were a huge 6 goals in their opening match against Portugal. Were it not for a last-minute Cristiano Ronaldo free kick, the Spaniards would have maximum points in their opening 2 matches, but it hasn't exactly been plain sailing. Iran gave them a real run for their money, and it took a single goal from Diego Costa to drag them through. He scored twice in the opening match too, and will surely be influential as the tournament continues. Last up it's basement boys Morocco, and Spain need just a point to go through. You'd expect them to finish top 2, which would mean it's Russia or Uruguay next up in the round of 16. From there, the smart money is on Croatia in the quarters and Belgium in the semis. So it's fair to say Fernando Hierro's boys could go all the way. Next fixture, Morocco, Monday night 7 p.m, Kaliningrad danger rating, 5-5. Portugal current position, second in Group B. Of course it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's always Cristiano Ronaldo. In truth, Portugal's squad isn't excellent, and if it weren't for their main man they wouldn't have much hope of going deep into the tournament. But he's there, and he's scoring goals. In Portugal's opener against Spain, they scored 3 and Ronaldo got them all. Against Morocco, it was a 1-0 win, and guess who scored it? It was the Real Madrid star's 85th goal of his international career, meaning that no player has netted more for his country in European history. In terms of their hopes going forward, one off day and they would be struggling, so it's hard to tip them to go the distance. It'll be Uruguay or Russia in the last 16, and if they come through that it's likely to be France in the quarters. Here is where they may well come unstuck, but you can never write off CR7. Next fixture, Iran, Monday night 7 p.m, Saransk danger rating, 3-5. France current position, top of Group C. A quick glance at the Group C table will tell you that France are 2 from 2, maximum points and hurtling to the knockout stages. But delve a little deeper, and you'll realize that it's been far from plain sailing. Both matches were won by a single goal, and it could easily have been a different story. In the opener, it took an 80th minute Paul Pogba winner against Australia, and they rode their luck against Peru and were the width of a post away from conceding late on. They have so many star names, and man for man are arguably the strongest team in Russia, but they just haven't clicked yet. They need more from Pogba and Kylian Mbappé, while Olivier Giroud and Antoine Griezmann need to contribute more on the goals front. It's looking like Nigeria in the last 16, although it could be Argentina, before a clash with Portugal would await them in the quarters. The winner of that is anyone's guess, but if France are to live up to their expectations, they need to get out of first gear. Next fixture, Denmark, Tuesday afternoon 3 p.m, Luzhniki danger rating, 4-5. Argentina current position, bottom of Group D so far, so bad for Lionel Messi and Argentina. It's been a disaster from start to finish, and the country's thoughts were perhaps best summed up by the legendary Diego Maradona: if he carries on like this, Jorge Sampaoli can't come back to Argentina. They labored to a 1-1 draw with Iceland, before being thoroughly outplayed by Croatia in a dramatic 3-0 defeat on Thursday night. Fingers are being pointed at Messi, but it's so clear that he is carrying the entire weight of a nation on his shoulders. To even get out of the group, they are reliant on beating Nigeria and hoping Iceland don't overcome Croatia. From there, On paper it would be France in the last 16 and Portugal in the quarters, and you just can't see this Argentina side beating any of the big teams in their current state. It's tragic for Messi at what could be his last World Cup, but his country just haven't been good enough. Simple as that. Next fixture, Nigeria, Tuesday night 7 p.m., St. Petersburg danger rating, 2-5 Brazil current position, top of Group E the favorites going into the tournament. Brazil too have been way below par so far. They stuttered in their opening game, drawing 1-1 with Switzerland, before they were seconds away from doing the same against Costa Rica. It took 91st and 97th minute goals from Philippe Coutinho and Neymar to drag them over the line. There is a huge pressure on them after their 2014 disaster on home turf, losing 7-1 to Germany, and it is clearly weighing heavy on the shoulders of their top players. They could yet grow into the tournament, and you can never write off the Selecao. So what about their route to the final? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Germany are currently second in Group F, which means it would be a matchup between two of the heavyweights in the last 16. Say Brazil overcame the challenge, England or Belgium would likely await in the quarters, before Spain in the semis. It's fair to say that if they're to go all the way, they will have some seriously tough teams to beat. Next fixture, Serbia, Wednesday night 7 p.m., Moscow danger rating, 3-5 Germany current position, second in Group F on Saturday night. Germany were just seconds away from the result that would have gone down in the country's history for all the wrong reasons. They had lost to Mexico and were about to draw with Sweden, meaning that their chance of progression from Group F was all but over. Alas, Toni Kroos stepped up with the goal of the tournament so far, and Germany did what Germany always do. You can never write off Die Mannschaft. Just when you think they're done, they come up with the goods, and it's exactly why they could go all the way yet again. 2014 winners, they'll be desperate to secure back-to-back triumphs, but it's clear that they will have to up their performance levels if that's to happen. Their poor showing in the group stages means they're likely to finish runners-up in Group F, giving them a mouth-watering last 16 clash with Brazil to look forward to. If, as they tend to do, they find a way past them, it'll probably be England or Belgium in the quarterfinals and then Spain in the semis. A ridiculously hard run, but one that they could certainly overcome. What a tournament it could turn into, though. Next fixture, South Korea, Wednesday afternoon 3 p.m., Kazan danger rating, 4-5 England current position, top of Group G. It's coming home, isn't it? Well, not yet anyway. England wouldn't be England if we didn't get carried away after 2 games and expect our boys to turn into world beaters overnight. But it's certainly nice to enjoy it while it lasts. 2 deserved wins from the first 2 games. England head into the Belgium game having already secured qualification for the knockout stages. As it stands, England are top, but it may actually be better to finish second in the group as we look ahead to the last 16. If we win the group, it's currently Senegal and then Brazil, Germany, whereas the likely route if we come second is Japan and then Mexico before it gets tough in the semis. In reality, a World Cup triumph has to involve big teams somewhere along the line. So perhaps it's best to say que sera sera and take whatever is thrown our way. So far, so good from Southgate's boys. But this is just the beginning. Next fixture, Belgium, Thursday night 7 p.m., Kaliningrad danger rating, 4-5,